I recently completed reading a narrative that vividly portrays an extraordinary metamorphosis. The fact that 30% of the world's institutions have adopted XRP has likely contributed to the cryptocurrency's meteoric rise in value, which reached an amazing $1.042. Although 30% doesn't sound like much, it's actually quite a bit of the banking industry. One-third of the world's banks are reportedly working with Ripple, which is an incredibly interesting trend. This section has all the facts you need, but the real question is whether these institutions are making full use of Ripple. Evidently, that is not the case. At our meeting today, we will go farther into this subject of conversation. We will also go over some fresh proof that Ripple could go public before March's end. This specific data will be covered with March coming to a conclusion. This move might cause XRP's price to skyrocket, even reaching an incredible just over a month for $8.97. Hey there, fellow Moneysiders. You've found the place to go for all the latest XRP news and updates. Now that we've covered the basics, let's get into the substance of today's post. You owe it to me to lend me a hand. You can become a part of our amazing community by giving a thumbs up, click the subscribe tab. Additionally, I wanted to let you know, now that we're coming close to 60,000 members, we're going to give away a ton of XRP. There is no complicated procedure to enter the giveaway. How about we do these 3 easy tasks? Make sure you're ready and that you're paying attention. Remember to share the code for please indicate your preferred method of payment in the comment box in order to guarantee your entry into the prize. It is worth noting that around 4% of all deposits made through international bank accounts are held by the State Bank of India, SBI. Considering the bigger picture, this suggests that SBI may become a sizable 4% of the 30% global banking sector, and it could. Think about using the technologies developed by Ripple, yes, but that's only the first step. And in Brazil, where Ripple is working with the country's central bank to offer its on-demand liquidity services, it has also struck a major deal, and that's just a small part of the earth. For those of you who caught my latest video, BRICS nations, which include South Africa, Brazil, and China, were previously covered. Ripple is directly involved in the on-demand liquidity and CBDC, central bank digital currency, markets in Russia and India. From a global perspective, when compared to the GDP of other countries, the BRICS nations clearly provide about 29% of the world's total economic production, just the 5-member BRICS states. This leads us to an interesting option. The potential repercussions might be immense if the 5 BRIC nations decide to work with Ripple. I went into some depth on this subject in an earlier video. In that video, I went over the steps that could be taken to add CBDCs to the XRP ledger, and whether or not it would be feasible, which are presently being carried out in this respect. In this specific case, the XRP ledger's importance cannot be emphasized enough. To a large extent, it is responsible for the current state of the economy. Consequently, as we look forward to the next bull market, the likelihood of Ripple's technology being adopted is even stronger. After the Federal Reserve made a public remark, the discussion about Ripple's growing importance in the world of financial technology changed direction. Their new FedNow payment system is built on the blockchain, and XRP and XLM are 2 cryptocurrencies that could be crucial to its success, according to their announcement. The emphasis was on recognized by the Federal Reserve as a critical step toward easing the shift from fiat to stablecoinage, collaborating with Metal blockchain. This initiative would help bridge the gap between established banking institutions and the decentralized finance sector. The bulk of the current methods via which Americans can make quick, U.S.-based payment methods include digital Bitcoin wallets, third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal, and however, things will change drastically in this respect thanks to the FedNow service. More than 120 companies, including several payment processors and illustrious financial institutions, including U.S. Bank and Exchange Bank. Although the platform is still in testing, processors and solution providers have already signed up to use it. This event shows that blockchain technology is becoming more popular and is being used in everyday financial services. It also marks a significant turning point between traditional banks and the new decentralized world. Financial institutions merging, the Federal Reserve is directing the FedNow project, and it is believed that Ripple, a leader in distributed ledger technology and solutions for global payments, will play a key role in it. The Stellar Lumens cryptocurrency is another one that will likely join the FedNow network. XLM is famous for its blockchain-powered network, which allows for cheaper and faster international payments. Now the story takes an interesting turn with the arrival of a fresh twist. A lot of people in the financial technology sector were interested in a story that happened not long ago. Its value is increasing as 30% of global banks start using XRP. Climbs to $1.00, 42.70. What an astonishing new finding. It shows how blockchain technology in the financial sector may affect positive change. The astounding surge in value to $1,427.00 was driven by the fact that 30% of the world's banks are now using XRP for international payments. As stated in the study, this degree of agreeing, XRP's price has reached unprecedented heights, indicating that a large number of individuals are interested in it. Not only is Ripple winning with the XRP price spike, but buyers also have a chance to benefit. The reason behind this is the astronomical increase in market capitalization. Considering XRP's market share as more than 30% of the story is revealed, the plot thickens. This suggests that it will be used more extensively in the international monetary system. It has only been 6 days since news broke that XRP's transaction value would hit $120.00 quadrillion, paving the way for a $10.00 price tag. What happened next was shocking. Today marks a big development since financial institutions are starting to use the XRP system and its digital assets in more diverse ways. There is no turning back the clock now that the news has broken. With Ripple's buyback scheme, speculation is obviously over. This whole thing is unfolding at a rate no one saw coming. Venture that developed XRP, not only is Ripple Labs thinking about buying XRP, they're really buying it. According to a recent story, Ripple has begun a massive buyback program with the goal of retiring nearly 1 billion XRP. This particular detail was revealed that many people have faith in XRP's worth and future prospects is evident from the financial sector. The scenario gets worse when it comes to light that the Federal Reserve is actively interested in integrating XRP into global payment networks rather than just watching from the sidelines. If central banks around the world